So we have begin with yes, yesterday we have discussed about GDP. Within GDP we have completed what? We have discussed nominal GDP and real GDP. What is the difference? Chapala. What is the difference between nominal GDP and real GDP? Very good. Nominal GDP we will be calculating at the current year. Real GDP we will be calculating at the price of base year. What is the base year? Why 2011-12? Because 2011 is decided by Pandit. Good Muhurt. That is why we have decided it to be the base year. No. It is a normal year. Base year is something what we call it as the normal year. We compare that particular year with the years to come. Clear? For example, this year UPSC notification is released yesterday. Have you seen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you applied?
No, sir. It will be one-time registration.
Okay, one-time registration is done, but other application process will begin again asking your Pandit. Okay. So how many vacancies? This is a jumbo notification we call this year, and something which which I have seen in the past few years, crossing 1,000. Okay, so 1,100 something vacancies, 1,105, 1,106 vacancies are being. She's saying 1,105. I think one is reserved for her. Okay, so that should be the confidence actually. So whenever we discuss or look at the UPSC notification immediately after the release, so we have got around 2 to 3 months of time for your preliminary examination, which is the first stage of the most prestigious examination called UPSC. And the strategy for preliminary examination should be in objective sense. So I don't know what you have been doing for descriptive orientation so far, but keep it away for some time. This is how we usually deal with the preliminary examination. So keep all your descriptive practices, answer writing practices away. Right now it is the moment to begin with more and more of practicing the questions. The core subjects are to be given the pivotal or the highest importance, because your history, geography, polity, economy, IR, international relations, environment. Environment is really going to be a game changer in your preliminary examination. Okay, so keeping these components in your mind, you should change your strategy all the time. Okay. It is not like you are having prelims in the month of May and I've asked what you are reading, you are saying ethics. You are saying optional. That is not your primary agenda, at least at this time. Once you are getting close, I mean this is the February 1st to 2nd we are standing on, and once you are in this moment, back to back tests are must. Okay, so from the month of March, this month we are going to complete both your pending areas. One is your economy also, and we will try our level best to complete your geography as well. Okay, so once we are done with these two aspects, from the month of March, completely we will be involved in the process of test series. Okay, so March and April, these 2 months are very crucial for you. Okay, so May will come and go. Okay, you will never witness or you will never realize. In fact, the 3 months also from now, the coming 3 months also, you will not at all realize that it have come, it have passed, and you have done nothing. That should not be the final output. Every day you prepare, every day you write a test. Whatever the test you write, tests are available everywhere. Okay, there is nothing like one is the best test, one is the bad test. Every test is the good test. And once you are going through the test, each and every day you should think that it is 28th of May. Prati rojune miru, you should be thinking like it is May 28th and it is my final examination. You have your negative scores. For every wrong attempt, 0.33 marks will be deducted. So keep that in your mind. Command areas, whatever you have, that should be more strengthened. So far, if you have read history, that should be a strong area. If you have read polity, that should be a commanded area. If you have read geography, that should be a command area. So general studies ka 4 subjects may at least you will have to get complete command. And with that, you should also be getting more command with the current aspects also. Okay, what have you done so far for current affairs? Kuch kiya?
Yes.
Haan. Anything you have done? Nothing. So I said I think some months ago I would have discussed with you, read newspaper every day. Today also I will say, read newspaper every day. But it is not going to give you the real output. The reason being, you already had lots of backlogs. So right now it is not in your hands to go for collecting newspapers which are already released. Okay, even if you go to the Hindu office also, they will never give past 5-month newspapers. Okay, abhi karna kya hai? You will have to go through the compilations. Okay, so compilations of every month current affairs that are to be connected. See, abhi UPSC have completely transformed the preliminary examination. Preliminary is a game changer actually. It is, once upon a time we used to call prelims to koi bhi nikal denge, but mains examination will be the toughest examination. But today's scenario is not like that. Prelims nikalna, matlab it is so tough task that mains and interview are becoming so easy nowadays. Are you getting the point? So to clear your preliminary examination, backlogs, whatever you have with respect to the current affairs, that are to be updated, that are to be completed first. Back-to-back test series are to be practiced, though we will also be beginning from the next month onwards. So test series is a must. Without test series, you cannot expect clearing a objective examination. Any objective examination you take, you will be getting perfection, you will be getting a clear-cut command only by practicing more and more amount of tests. Is that okay to all of you? Yes. So whatever is available in the market for current affairs, in fact, we are also in the process of making the current affair compilation for you. We'll be giving that at the earliest, but still you should also go through any other market compilation. Anyone writes current affair, they will write the same thing, no? Okay, one author writes Narendra Modi as PM, other author writes Rahul Gandhi as the PM. It will never happen. So Rahul Gandhi is the leader of opposition, not leader of opposition also. He is one of the prominent leader of the opposition party, and Narendra Modi is the prime minister. Anyone will write the same thing. Yesterday you might have seen budget. Have you gone through budget? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
By mistake. Have you seen? What is so special about yesterday's budget? Please. Sustainability. Custom duty on what?
There is no income tax on till 7 lakhs.
7 lakh IT exemption is given. Under section 87, rebate is being provided for income tax up to 7 lakhs. Okay. Or kuch? The strategy is called Saptarishi strategy. 7 steps for Azadi Ka Amrit Kal. Right now, we are in the process of being or becoming Azadi Ka Amrit Kal. Meaning, after observing 75th year of independence, This is the first budget. This is also regarded as the first budget of Azadi Ka Amrit Kal. This is the fifth budget in a row to Nirmala Sitharaman. She has presented 5 budgets so far continuously. Like this, few other finance ministers have also presented continuous budgets, like Manmohan Singh, Morarji Desai, Arun Jaitley, Yashwant Singh. There were several finance ministers who have presented the budget in a single row, continuously in a single row. Okay. And the first budget in Indian history was presented by Shanmugam Shetty. Was the first finance minister of independent India, and Shanmugam Shetty was the first person to present the budget. And since 1999, we have changed the timing of the budget. Earlier, we used to present the budget at 5 p.m. in the evening. It was a British tendency which we have followed. The reason being, Britishers present the budget at 5 p.m. because in the morning they will have completely snow. Okay, the cities will be filled with snow. Sunlight aayega nahi. They will never get sunlight at British. But India also presented budget at 5 p.m. following the British trend or the British policy. India में 5 बजे sun चले जाता है. Sun will go away at 5. But we were following the trend which was changed in the year 1999, and from 5 p.m. we have rescheduled to 11 a.m. in the morning. Is this clear to all of you? And since 2017, we have gone gradual transformation in the process of budgeting. We are presenting the budget at together, that is the railway budget and general budget. But in 2017, we have separated railway budget and general budget, after being recommended by Vivek Debroy committee. Okay. And since 2017, we have also preponed the presentation date of the budget. We were presenting the budget at February last working day, but we have preponed to February first working day. We used to have different types of expenses or expenditure, like planned expenditure and non-planned expenditure. 5-year plan and non-planned compulsory payments like pensions, salaries, etc. etc. We're done away with that also. We don't have any planning right now, so we don't have any planned and non-planned expenditure. Right now we will be having only one kind of expenditure called governmental expenditure. So there are 3 changes which are done in the budget. And in 2021, for the very first time, we have made our budget paperless, meaning digital budget, online budget was presented since 2021. Paperless budget was presented. Okay, so yesterday the complete synopsis of the budget was released in the website, and one of the students have also shared in your groups, I suppose. Okay, so the budget summary is very, very important. For how many lakhs Nirmala Sitharaman have presented budget? ఎన్ని లక్షల కోట్ల రూపాయల బడ్జెట్ని ప్రవేశపెట్టాం? Almost 45 lakh crore of budget was presented. That is the reason it is called a jumbo budget, also called election budget, because it is the last budget presented by Nirmala, last full-time budget presented by Nirmala Sitharaman before Modi's second tenure. अगले साल चुनाव है. The next year we will undergo elections. And before elections, we will not go for full-time budget, we will only go for interim budget. Half an hour. Okay, we call it as what? Interim budget. Is this clear to all of you? So budget is a very, very important component, at least for your preliminary examination. The data sheet which I have said, and also which is available in the internet, is very, very important. We'll discuss, don't worry. But to discuss budget, first of all, we'll have to go to little more of economic terms, because macroeconomic framework statement is the term which I use. Budget is the term directly which I use. Annual financial statement is the term I'll be using. Allocations is the term I'll be using. Direct taxes, indirect taxes I'll be using. So economy, at least half a component should be completed. Then you will be witnessing some connector with the subject budget and economic survey. We'll be discussing that also, but not now, but in the time to come. Is this clear to everyone? Yes? Can we go back to our previous discussion? Nominal GDP and real GDP. We have said that GDP means gross domestic product or gross domestic production. Okay. Jagrata Vinali. Whenever we take up the idea of GDP, GDP means what I said? Total production in India in a period of 1 year. Okay. Total production of, what I said, we will be taking into consideration total production of final value of goods and services. What did I say? It is a final value of goods and services. We will not be considering what? Intermediate goods value. We will be considering only the final value of goods and services. Okay. So GDP can actually be divided into, like we will be having nominal GDP and also we will be having something very important called real GDP. Okay, Jagrata Vinali, chala very important concept here. Nominal GDP means quantity of current year into price of current year. You remember this, no? Next, real GDP means quantity of current year into the price of base year. So these two concepts are clear now. We will be having GDP, we will be considering GDP also at market price, GDP also at factor cost. What I said, GDP will be coming up with market price and also the factor cost. What do you mean market price? Market price and factor cost. Factor cost is the cost of factors of production. Okay. Factor cost means cost of factors of production. कोई भी production के लिए, for example, if I take the production of any good, for the production we will be in need of land, we will need labor, we will need entrepreneur, we will need machinery, so on and so forth. So whenever we speak about the production, okay, what I said, land, labor, entrepreneur, machinery and capital. Clear, we should invest some certain capital and then we will be coming up with machinery. So here they are called land, labor, entrepreneur and capital. They are regarded as the factors of production. What I said? Factors of production. Okay. So factors of production. If these factors of production, for example, if I wanted to make a pizza, suppose I wanted to make a pizza. Okay. To make a pizza, I need land, I need labor, I need entrepreneur and also I need capital. Okay, pizza will be made through a machine. Pizza requires an entrepreneur. Pizza requires land. Pizza requires labor as well. Okay. So to make one pizza, suppose the factors of production are costing rupees 80. Suppose. Clear? Suppose the price is costing rupees 80. Okay. Can we sell to a consumer at rupees 80? What happens? Without profit, we cannot sell it to the consumer. We should have certain profit margin. For example, there is a pizza company. Name any pizza company? Cave Domino's, suppose. Domino's is the name of the pizza company. Okay. This Domino's pizza, since it is established, suppose in Hyderabad, let's suppose Domino's pizza is located in Hyderabad. Okay. If Domino's Pizza is located in Hyderabad, on every pizza we will be paying indirect taxes. Yes or no? Indirect taxes. Okay, the production cost is this, but taxes will also be there. Suppose Telangana government says if you establish Domino's in Hyderabad, we will be giving you certain subsidies. If you establish Domino's Pizza in Hyderabad, we will be giving you certain subsidy. What do you mean by subsidy? Subsidy is nothing but discount. Subsidy is nothing but raitilu, discounts. Okay. If you establish Domino's in Hyderabad, we'll give you free road, we'll give free electricity, we'll give free labor, we'll give free establishment, we'll give free permission, we'll give free environmental clearance, everything as such. So if that is a scenario, subsidies are there, indirect taxes are there. Okay, Jalata Vinale. GDP at market price is equal to GDP at factor cost. Okay. Market price lo indirect taxes ni add cheyalna subtract cheyalna. Plus indirect taxes minus subsidies. What I said? GDP at factor cost plus indirect taxes, subsidies. Subsidies are the discounts which a company get. For example, if to produce a pizza, to make a pizza, they require certain machine. This machine is gifted by the government. Assume. Then that has to be subtracted, no? That cost has to be subtracted. If to make a pizza, land is being given by government of Telangana, that has to be separated. ठीक है ना? तो subsidies को minus करेंगे. Indirect taxes को जोड़ेंगे. We will add the indirect taxes. Now, if I want GDP at factor cost comes GDP at market price minus indirect taxes plus subsidies. Clear all of you? Similar to that, we will be undergoing all other process also. GDP, NDP, GMP and NNP. Right? GDP at market price. Profit margin later it will come. Within formula it is not there. Okay. So profit margin in fact cost of production and చూపిస్తారు వాళ్ళు. ఏం చెప్పినా? GDP at market price. It indicate the cost of factors of production, 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 such as land, labor, capital, entrepreneur, land, labor, capital, entrepreneur. It's okay. Right on. For all the factors of production, for all the factors of production, there shall be factor payments. Yes or no? For land, we will pay rent. For labor, we will pay wages. For entrepreneur, we will pay profit. For capital, we will pay interest. Clear all of you? We will have factor payments. Other askund. Write down like this: land, rent, labor, wages, entrepreneur, profit, capital, interest. Okay? Right. GDP at market price. If formula directly write down. These two formulas write down. GDP at market price is equal to GDP at factor cost plus indirect taxes minus subsidies. If see, for example, if the factor cost is 80 plus taxes are 30, subsidy given by government is 10, then the pizza cost comes out to be rupees 100. Are you getting the point? GDP at MP is equal to GDP at factor cost plus indirect taxes minus subsidies. సిమిలర్గా జీడిపి అట్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ కాస్ట్ ఫార్ములా రాసుకోండి. జీడిపి అట్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ కాస్ట్ ఏమొస్తుంది? జీడిపి అట్ మార్కెట్ ప్రైస్ మైనస్ ఇండైరెక్ట్ ట్యాక్సెస్ ప్లస్ సబ్సిడీస్. Clear everyone? GDP at factor cost and GDP at market prices. Okay. Similar formula will be coming up for every other thing also. Okay. Student, NDP and ఏమొస్తుంది? GDP minus depreciation. Yes or no? What do you mean by depreciation? Depreciation is nothing but very good. Wear and tear of the goods. Clear all of you? So, జాగ్రత్త వినాలి. If for example, if I come up with some formula, some idea, see, you might have heard of something called stock and flow. Winner eppana? Stock and flow concept. What is stock and what is flow?
Inventories we are counting in a year.
What do you mean by stock and what do you mean by flow? Listen. Stock means a moment of time. Flow means a period of time. అర్థం కాలే, వినాలా? స్టాక్ అంటే ఏం చెప్పినా? మూమెంట్ ఆఫ్ టైం. ఫ్లో మీన్స్ వాట్ ఐ సెడ్? పీరియడ్ ఆఫ్ టైం. ఓకే. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, సపోజ్ వాటర్ ఇన్ ద బకెట్, వాటర్ ఇన్ ద ట్యాంక్. ఓకే. You pour water in the bucket, you'll have water in the tank. You have water in Ganga, you have water in Yamuna, Krishna, Godavari, whatever. Water in bucket will be called a stock concept. It is only for a moment of time, while water in the tank or water in the rivers will be a flow concept. Okay. Why? So, what is it a geography class? You might be asking me. Why are you discussing about water here? No. For example, the money in the pocket will be a stock concept. Money with RBI is a flow concept. Clear all of you? For example, central government receipts at 11 p.m. February 1st are 100 crores. This is a stock concept. 45 lakh crore budget presented by Nirmala Sitharaman for one financial year. This is a flow concept. Nirmala Sitharaman will never present the budget at 11 a.m. saying that आने वाले 1 घंटा का खर्चा इतना है. That is a stock concept. For the next 1 hour of time, we are going to spend this. That is a stock. But for a moment of time is a stock. For a period of time, it is called flow. Okay. Why we are discussing this is because we have a concept called capital stock and we have capital flow. Okay. We have different factors of production. What I said, factors of production are land, labor, entrepreneur, and also the capital. Okay. Stock capital and flow capital are very, very important concepts before we enter into our further discussions. Okay. Always remember, unless and until we are there in the process of creating a capital asset, it is not at all a good economy. A good economy is something which does invest in its capital flow, and also it will create it as a continuous process. Okay, for example, let us say that we have two different things. One is called capital and the other is called consumption. Okay, when we go to budget, we'll discuss the same thing as capital and revenue. Okay, capital receipts, capital expenditure. Revenue receipts, revenue expenditure. So here, what I am saying, simple sense law, capital and consumption. For example, if a person is earning rupees 100. Okay, if a person is earning rupees 100. Okay, out of this 100, he pays 40 rupees to eat a pizza. Assume. He spend 20 rupees to drink a Coke, suppose. He spend 10 rupees to drink a tea later, suppose. It is his choice. Okay. And 40, 20, 30. And he is spending rupees 30, suppose. He is spending rupees 30 to shop an electronic gadget. Okay. Suppose he is spending rupees 30 to buy a bike, suppose. Okay. Listen to me very carefully. This 40, 20, 10, this is called consumption expenditure. This 30 rupees, whatever he used for buying a bike, is called capital expenditure. Clear? Capital is something which always indicate where we are going to create an asset. What I am saying? Capital should always be indicating to create an asset created. Okay, here if we buy a bike, it will continue for the time to come. Okay, if we drink tea, if we drink a Coke, if we eat pizza, that is all consumption expenditure, not capital expenditure. Always, any government to prosper, any country to become a developed country, their majority part of the investment should be the capital expenditure. But unfortunately, India is going for more of consumption expenses rather than capital expenses. Ninna, out of 45 lakh crore, 35 lakh crore alone will be used for consumption expenditure. Only 10 lakh crore will be used for capital expenditure. Is this coming very clear to all of you? And again understand. See, let us take the similar example. For example, if we have a farmer, okay, farmer is earning rupees 100, 40 rupees he is spending for food, 20 rupees for certain drinks, okay, cool drink or something, and remaining 40 rupees he is buying a tractor, suppose. Clear all of you? Remaining 40 rupees so he is buying a tractor. Okay, suppose this is the year called year called 2020-21. Assume, Jarata Vinali. Okay. And this 40 rupees is investing for tractor. Okay. Next year, 21-22 suppose, he's showing the expenses like this. For food, he's spending 100 rupees. Okay. For drinks, he's spending some 40 rupees. Okay. And for seeds and fertilizers, he's spending some 60 rupees. And the past dues he will be showing, past dues. Okay. So the cost of tractor he will be showing like rupees 40. Okay. If he is taking this 40 rupees last year and buying a tractor, 40 rupees is suppose is taken in loan. Okay. And this year he is showing 40 rupees of tractor as the expenses. That is actually wrong. Clear all of you? If we buy a tractor, the value of the tractor will never go down this year. Okay. Listen to me carefully. If the tractor is bought at rupees 40 suppose, the tractor will be having a life of 10 years suppose. Each year the value of the tractor that will go down should be shown only as rupees 4 but not rupees 40. And this rupees 4 which is shown in the negative side of the balance sheet, that is called the depreciation. What I call depreciation. If this year along with the tractor he is buying some rain gun, suppose rain guns. Farmer is buying a rain gun. What do you mean rain gun? For sprinkle irrigation we usually use the idea of rain guns. So if we buy a rain gun, again it is a call of what kind of investment? Capital investment. It is not consumption investment. It is a capital investment. All the time, whenever the farmer, the government, the entrepreneur, the business for that reason should go for majority of the expenditure in capital expenses. Okay. Though we should never care about this idea of depreciation. Depreciation is a normal phenomena in any country. USA is the world's most developed country. Why? Why? USA today is regarded as the world's most developed country. The reason being USA is the first industrialized country in the world. There are two countries, UK and USA. Britain and USA are the first industrialized countries worldwide. That is the reason. To set up an industry, we need machinery. We need labor. We need capital. We need entrepreneurs. And first industrial revolution was beginning with the idea of cotton production. Patti Vyaparam. And this cotton production, to produce cotton, they will establish a mechanism, they will establish a machinery. 17th century they have started industrial revolution. The value of the machinery in 17th century, is it the same in 21st century also? That machines which are used for spinning cotton in 17th century are right now put in the Museum of Washington DC. They know the value of machines will fall down. But are we stopping that? Depreciation is regarded to be a common phenomena in an economy. Clear all of you? You use a mobile phone. You use bike. You use car. Despite knowing that the value will fall down in the future. Yes or no? Value pothodani cheppi mobile konukokunda you will write letters? Absolutely not. So what I am saying is depreciation is a common phenomenon. Is this clear to all of you? And depreciation will be based on the basis of lifetime of the machine. దేనిపై ఆధారపడుతుందంటే ఏం చెప్తారు? Lifetime of the machine. Every year 40 rupees is not to be regarded as the depreciation. Every year only 4 rupees are to be regarded as the idea of depreciation. ఇది అర్థమైంది అందరికీ? Start writing. NDP is equal to NDP is equal to NDP is equal to GDP minus depreciation. NDP is equal to GDP minus depreciation. GDP minus depreciation. Full stop. Depreciation is the wear and tear in an economy. Depreciation is the wear and tear in the economy. Depreciation is the wear and tear in the economy. Depreciation is the wear and tear in the economy, which is a normal phenomena. అర్థమైందా? Which is a normal phenomena. Which is a normal phenomena. Write down. NDP at factor cost is equal to NDP at factor cost FC and write directly. NDP FC is equal to NDP MP minus indirect taxes. NDP MP ante market price minus indirect taxes plus subsidies. Clear all of you? Then write down GNP meaning is what? Gross national product. GNP, write down gross national product. Write down GDP plus, remember GDP plus NFIA, net factor income from abroad. GNP is equal to GDP plus net factor income from abroad. GDP plus net factor income from abroad. Then write down GNP at factor cost is equal to GDP at market price minus indirect taxes. చూడండి అంతే కదా. GNP at factor cost is equal to GDP at market price minus indirect taxes plus subsidies plus NFIA. NFIA meaning net factor income from abroad. Okay. Then I done NNP, net national product. NNP meaning is what? Net national product. NNP is net national product. Okay. Right. GNP minus depreciation. GNP minus depreciation. GNP minus depreciation. GNP minus depreciation. చూడండి NNP at factor cost is equal to listen to me very carefully. మీరే చెప్పాలి నాకు. What it comes? GDP at market price minus depreciation minus indirect taxes plus subsidies plus NFIA. Listen to me. NNP at factor cost is nothing but national income of India. Clear all of you? Out of the 4 indicators, what is the best indicator for national income ante em cheptaru? NNP at factor cost. Write down. Clear? Is this clear to all of you or not? Which is the best indicator for national income? NNP at factor cost. Okay. So what is factor cost? What is market price? I think this discussion is very clear to all of you. Write down, consider the following statements. Consider the following statements. Consider the following statements. Write in the first statement. First statement, write down. First statement. In India, GDP at market price, GDP at market price includes GST currently. Write down the second statement. Write down. GVA, gross value added, is a component used in India since 2015. Options, A only 1, B only 2, C both 1 and 2, D none of the above. Clear all of you? Cheppandi. How many of you with option A, B, C and D? Okay, what is the first statement?
In India, GDP at market price includes GST currently.
GDP at market price, indirect taxes, added or subtracted?
Added.
GDP at market price lo indirect taxes are added or subtracted?
Added, sir.
GST is a direct tax or indirect tax?
Indirect.
Indirect tax. So GDP at market price include GST. Absolutely correct. What is the second one?
Gross value added is a component used in India since 2014.
2014. Which one I gave? 14 or 15? 15. हाँ अब बताओ सही है गलत?
सर शॉर्ट नहीं,
स्टार्टिंग से यूज करता था. NSO have said the use of GVA, gross value added, as a method of measuring national income since 2015. Absolutely correct statement. Clear all of you? Both are correct. Okay. So you are understanding now how questions are coming in this particular section. Okay. Now, to understand the whole economy, we should actually go with one basic idea called circular flow of income. Okay. So now we will be discussing the idea of circular flow of income. Keep the next heading circular. I think it will be better if you cross your book. हाँ, पेज ऐसा होता है ना, ऐसा कर दो. Circular flow of income. Keep 10 star marks on the topic. 10 stars. Very, very important. Okay. Listen to me. Suppose there is a firm. Okay. And there is a household. What I said? There is a firm and there is a household. Okay. Firm means what? Firm here means a private company. Okay. If I come up with firm and a household, what is the relation? Let's see. Okay. Arrows are very important, no? Okay. What a household will give to firm? Ha. Household will give it to firm land, labor, capital also, entrepreneur also. Understand? Either directly or indirectly. If for example Ambani is there, Ambani belong to some or the other household. Tata is there, Tata belong to some or the other household. So for a firm, what the household will give? Land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. These are called what? Factors of production. What do we call that? Factors of production. What the firm will give in return? For example, there is a firm which is involved in the process of making a burger. Okay, this is a burger making company. Okay, land, labor, capital, entrepreneur are being given by the firm. What firm will give in return? No. Firm will not give burger. Taking all this. Okay. Very good. They will be giving what? Factor payments. What they will receive, ma? Factor payments. Firm will give it to household. Factor payments is equal to land ante rent, labor ante wage, capital means interest, entrepreneur means profit. Is this clear to all of you? So household will give it to firm factors of production. Firm will give back to the household factor payments. Similarly, firm will also be involved. They will make these burgers. Yes or no? Those burgers, who will target? Consumer. Burgers will be sold to whom? Consumer. Consumers will be in household only, no? Yes or no? Firm will again do what? Sell of goods and services from the company. Again, you may ask, sir, directly from company? No, there are wholesalers, there are distributors, there are wholesalers, there are retailers, then it comes to the consumer. But indirectly we can observe that, yes, firm will again give it to the household. What? Goods and services. Sell goods and services. Again, what household will pay for that? Money. Yes or no? Okay. Household will give, buy goods and services. Okay. So household, can I write like create demand? Suppose I have taken the burger company, that's why I suppose you are unable to connect. Okay. Suppose this is a firm which runs a pharmaceuticals. Okay. What do you mean by firm? Firm is nothing but a company, organization, entity, venture, anything as such. Okay. What is the difference between firm and an industry?
Firm is
Okay. UPSC coaching is an industry. HIS is a firm. Car is an industry. Maruti is a firm. Clear all of you? Shirt making is an industry. US Polo is a firm. Firm is an entity, single entity. Industry means similar kind of group of entities. Is this clear to all of you? We call sugar industry. We call salt industry. We call vehicles industry, automobiles industry. But Tata will be a firm, Maruti will be a firm. Is this clear to everyone? So firm and an industry. Okay. So to the firm, what the households are doing? Creating the demand. What the firm will do? Create supply. Yes or no? If demand is created, the firms will do the what? Supply. Clear all of you? So that is one thing you need to understand it very, very carefully. This is called circular flow of income, but it is not completed. It is a two-sector model only. Okay. But in our examination, they will be asking the complete circular flow of income. Okay. Just understand. Listen. I mean, your complete focus should be towards me only. Then only you will connect with this diagram. Otherwise, it is very, very conceptual, very, very technical. If you miss even a single point, you will fall into trouble. Okay? Your focus should be towards the board. For example, suppose what I do is I bring a bank here in between. What I am doing? I am bringing a bank. If household, for example, through the burger company or pharmaceutical industry, they have created land, labor, capital, entrepreneur. They have earned wages, rent, interest and payments. Okay. Suppose they have received rupees 100. Assume that rupees 100 is being received. And out of this rupees 100, again they will spend to buy a burger, to buy a medicine, to buy anything else. ठीक है. उसके लिए खर्चा होगा मान के चलो 70 रुपए. Assume that 70 rupees is being spent. Now they have a remaining of 30 rupees. Clear all of you? They have a remaining of 30 rupees. Don't you think this household will be doing the saving in the bank? This 30 rupees can be saved. Okay. If this household wanted to buy a house, we call it as household, but they will not be having a house, they will not be having a car, they will not be having any other asset also. To buy an asset, they will take a loan. Who will give the loan? Again, the bank. This kind of a relation. Bank क्या देगा इसको? Loans. Okay. Similarly, the firm, the relation between firm and a bank also, just say, the company, let's suppose it is a Tata company. Let's suppose it is a company called Tata. If Tata is earning more and more, then Tata will be saving where?
Bank.
Clear? Saving will be done in bank. Bank, can it give Tata a loan to create a new venture? Absolutely, yes. Bank will in turn give what? Loans. Okay. Understand? Suppose I add here Government. What I'm adding here? Government. Okay. Don't you think government, if they are into surplus, if then pine ravali itla. If government is there into surplus, never we experience that. Government is right now into deficit only. But if they are into surplus, they'll be going for savings, yes or no? Like for petroleum reserves, they will be going for savings. Like during Russia-Ukraine war, you might have heard, government have saved certain money with RBI and others. Okay, so government also does what? Saving with the bank. Okay, so government, don't you think government will borrow from bank? Government will borrow from bank. Government will squeeze RBI. आप मुझे पैसे प्रिंट करके दो करके उनको पकड़ते, they will catch the RBI to print more and more money and increase the circulation in the economy as such. Okay, understand? Jarata vinali. For example, we have household to the government. Okay, household to the government. Okay. What a household will pay to the government? Direct taxes or indirect taxes? Direct or indirect? Mostly indirect taxes, because we buy goods and services. IT classes are negligible only. So persons who are paying income taxes are negligible because they pay income tax through firms only, no? Okay. So what will household give to the government? Taxes. Direct and plus indirect, but direct will be negligible. Okay. What government will give it to the household? What does government give it to the household? Very good. They give schemes. They will be giving certain transfer payments. Transfer payments like pensions, free subsidies and all those. Okay, that will be received through government by the household. Okay, right. If I take it like this, what the firm will give it to the government? Taxes. Direct plus indirect. The firms will also be giving some fees or duties for their establishment. Okay? To establish a company, they will have to take the permission from the government. Further, they will pay certain fees or duties. Okay? What the government will give it to the firm? Very good. They will be giving subsidies, concessions. Very good. Permissions, all those. Okay. Now, suppose I am adding a sector called external sector. Okay, what I am doing now? External sector. Okay, Jarata Vinali. What external sector? External sector means Videshi Yanamantam. External sector. Okay. From foreign countries, what households are receiving? Very good. Remittances. What households are giving to external sector? What does household give to the external sector? What service? ఇంట్లో తయారు చేస్తామా goods? Very good. Household will give it to the external sector what? They will give NRIs. They will give labor. They will give skilled manpower. Yes or no? ఇవన్నీ కూడా external sector కి the household will be giving. Okay. What does external sector give it to the firm? External sector can give, very good. Investment it can give, certain raw materials also. Firms can import certain raw materials from the outside countries, abroad. Okay, okay, done. What does firm give to the external sector? Very good. Export. Here comes import. Okay, they may export, creating pharmaceuticals. They may not create the demand in India also. They may create the demand in abroad also. Clear, all of you? Exporting activities can be done by the firm here. Is this coming very clear to all of you? This is called a circular flow of economy, four sector model. Okay, this is the highest model which we have discussed. Okay, can you draw that? Or you will remember? Hello. ఇప్పుడు ఎంత మధ్యాహ్నం ఓకే క్లాస్లో If you understand this diagram, almost all the future discussions will be clear to you. Hello. Good morning, sir. अच्छा अच्छा ओके ओके सर ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్లో ఉన్నా క్లాస్లో ఉన్నా సార్ I think it is done. 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 Okay, then write down circular flow of income circular flow of income four sector model four sector model will give the complete picture of economy. Yes or no? Will give the complete picture of economy. Will give the complete picture of economy. Will give the complete picture of economy and various sectors that are involved into it various sectors that are involved into it. Okay. Next. Now we will be going for calculation of GDP. Okay. Okay. Calculation of GDP we can actually do with different methods. Okay. Now we will go with income method, expenditure method, product method, or we call it as value added method. There are the three different methods that are currently used for calculation of GDP. Calculation of GDP is nothing but calculation of national income only. Okay. So, income method. Here we will say, under income method, we will be taking into consideration all the factor payments. Okay, like land we pay rent, like entrepreneur we pay profit, like labor we pay wages, like capital we pay interest. Okay. Apart from this, there is no other source of revenue. Apart from this, there is no other method of income. Yes or no? Tell me if there is any other source of income. Think. ఏం లేదు, ఆలోచించొద్దు. Will not get anything. ఏముంది? क्या? Health and education. If somebody invests in a hospital, he's an entrepreneur, he'll get profit. If somebody work in a hospital, he's a doctor, he'll get salary. दिख गया ना उधर ही? I'm openly saying don't think. Why are you thinking? There is no other source of income apart from all this. What I said, they are called the factor payments. Clear all of you? Rent, profit, wages and interest. Okay. So for example, let us take one idea here. For example, there is a person who is running a baker's. Okay. Who is having a baker shop. Okay. Suppose he sell certain cakes in that baker. Clear all of you? And each cake he is selling it at rupees 10. Assume. Each cake is selling at rupees 10. There is a shopkeeper who will receive the money and give the cake. Suppose on 2nd of February 2023, this particular shop called XYZ shop have produced some 100 cakes. Okay. They have made how many cakes? 100 cakes. Okay. And at the end of the day, in the store there are 0 cakes. Assume. At the end of the day there are 0 cakes. Okay. Each cake will be sold at how much rupees? 10 rupees. Okay. So this shopkeeper will be selling to the cake and he is earning money. Each cake will be sold at rupees 10 and everyone have paid the money and he is checking the కౌంటర్ అంటే అతను ఎక్కడైతే క్యాష్ కౌంటర్ ఉంటుందో అక్కడ హీ విల్ బి చెకింగ్. 10 into 100, how much he'll get? 1000. Okay. To know that day's output, okay, whatever is the output on that particular day, this baker either can go to the store and check how many cakes are remained. He can go to the cash counter and check how much money he have received. Yes or no? He can go to the kitchen and check how many cakes are being produced. Yes or no? ఎక్కడికి పోయినా కూడా he will derive with the same 1000 rupees. Okay? If the ఏమంటారు chef, if the cake preparation ఆయన chef ఎవరైతే ఉంటారో, the chef, if he say I have made 100 cakes today, still the baker will be in assumption today my revenue will be 1000 rupees. If he go to the store and check how many cakes are there, 100 cakes, still he will come to the mindset that today's my earning will be 1000 rupees. At the end of the day, if he open the counter and check how many rupees he have got, still he will come to a conclusion he have got 1000 rupees. That's what I am saying. Be it income, be it production, be it expenses also. For example, here this 1000 rupees, will it be the whole profit of the baker? Absolutely not. Just understand thing. Okay, this 1000 rupees he may pay to the chef some 200 rupees because he is making the cake, he should be paid for that. He is paying to the raw materials, say for example some 300 rupees. Okay, he may pay to the other labor, say for example some 200 rupees. He may keep it as a profit margin, say for example some 300 rupees. Okay. If he go to the kitchen and check how many cakes are produced, 100. If he go to the counter, how many money he have received, 1000. If we go for the expenses part also, how much he paid, 1000. 300 rupees to his own pocket, 700 rupees as a part of expenses. Okay. Here also the value is same. If we go to the kitchen also the value is same. If we open the counter also the value is same. Are you getting the point? Similarly, the national income, we calculate by income method, we calculate by expenditure method, we calculate by value or production method. Similarly, the value will always come out to be the same. Are you getting the point very clear? Start writing. Okay, right. National income is calculated. National income is calculated. National income is calculated by three different methods. By three different methods. By three different methods. By three different methods. First one I done income method. Income method. Income method. Right on. In this method, the income will be collected. Will be collected. See, under income method, see what I said, we may have salaries, we may have pensions, okay, and all those, that kind of income, whatever is generated, that is called compensation to the employees. What do we say? CTA, that is called compensation to the employees. Okay, if he is getting an income, maybe by rent, maybe by royalty or any other aspect. Royalty means, For your product, somebody is using your product, they'll pay you what? Royalty. Okay, this is called operating surplus. What do we call this, ma? Operating surplus. And the third form is what we call it as the mixed income, meaning it is a combination of it is called COE, compensation to the employees. COE plus OS. COE means compensation to the employees, OS means operating surplus. Is this clear to all of you? So it will be represented in India in this form. Though it is only this only, but representation will be slightly different. Right on. It last now? Will be collected through, and let me write on this. Through compensation to the employees. First one, compensation to the employees. Compensation to the employees. Compensation to the employees. Salaries, wages and others. Salaries, wages and others. Next item, operating surplus, meaning is what? Rent, interest, royalty, profit, all those. Operating surplus. Operating surplus. Operating surplus, meaning rent, interest, royalty and other aspects. Rent, interest, royalty, profit, all those. Clear all of you? Mixed income. Third one item, mixed income. Mixed income. Mixed income. Right on? COE plus OT. COE plus OT. COE meaning compensation to the employees. OT means operating surplus. Compensation to the employees plus operating surplus. Income method. Okay, right on. Within income method, within income method, we derive NDP factor cost is equal to, అంటే ఇన్కమ్ మెథడ్లో ఫస్ట్ ఏం చూస్తాం, ఇనీషియలీ వీ విల్ క్యాల్కులేట్ త్రూ ఎన్డిపి. ఎన్డిపి అట్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ కాస్ట్ ఇస్ ఈక్వల్ టు, NDP at factor cost is equal to, we will call it like COE, compensation to the employees, plus OT plus mixed income. OS plus mixed income. అర్థమైందా? Or simply we can say, without writing NDP factor cost also, we can say output is equal to, right? Is that clear to everyone? Right on? Consider the following statement. Consider the following statement. Right in the first statement. First statement item. In income method of calculating national income, the second hand goods are also counted. Right on the second statement. In income method calculation, In income method calculation, shares, bonds, sales, 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 or share bond sales, shares amina, bond lamina, sales are also counted. Options you know, A only 1, B only 2, C both 1 and 2, D none of the above. Question అర్థమైందా? Concept seems easy, questions will be tough. Okay, tell me, how many of you with option A? Raise your hands up. A, B, okay, C, right, and D. Okay, fine. So what is the first statement? No, the earnings of second hand goods will not be counted here. But remember very clearly, second hand goods will not be counted because they were earlier counted. Okay, suppose I buy this bottle at rupees 30 today, and after 1 year I want to sell this bottle at second hand to somebody at 15 rupees. So my 30 rupees is already accounted in as income 2 years back. So again my 15 rupees has to be accounted. First thing. For example, to sell this bottle, suppose I am owning this bottle, and for example, what's her name? Siddiq is in need of this bottle. I want to sell this bottle. Okay, but I don't know that Siddiq is having the demand of this bottle. Clear all of you? Now Bharatwaj comes to me and he says, sir, are you wishing or willing to sell the bottle? Then I say yes. How much you are expecting? Then I say I am expecting some 10 rupees. Then he asks Siddiq, are you willing to buy a bottle? He say yes. What is your budget? He said my budget is around 16 rupees. Okay. So he acts as a mediator between me and Siddiq. And Bharatwaj says, okay, you sell your bottle, I will give you 10 rupees. And he will be selling bottle to Siddiq, he will collect 16 rupees. Okay. Bottle is not owned by Bharatwaj. Bottle is not purchased by Bharatwaj also. Bharatwaj is just acting like a mediator between me and Siddiq. Okay. Now, this 6 rupees he earned, Bharatwaj earned as a commission. 5 rupees from me, 1 rupee from him. Knowingly or unknowingly. I getting the point very clear. This 6 rupees which is charged as a commission by Bharatwaj will be counted in national income. But this price will not be counted in national income. His purchase will not be counted in national income. Are you getting the point very clear? Second hand price goods, commission will be counted in national income, but not the good value as such. Okay. What is the second statement? No. For example, I own a company. See. I own a company of rupees 100. My value of my company is rupees 100. Okay, and it is a very big company. It is becoming with good turnover. We are running good. Then some person comes and asks me the share. For example, Sindhu. Suppose Sindhu will come and ask me a share. My company value is 100 rupees. I sold the share to Sindhu at rupees 10. So is Sindhu the owner of the company? Suppose I own a company valued rupees 100. Out of this rupees 100 value, I have sold 10 rupees to Sindhu. Now will Sindhu be called owner of my company? Yes. She is the 10% owner of my company. If you buy a stock or share in Reliance, are you called the owner of Reliance? Yes, to 0.1%, you are treated or called as the owner of Reliance as well. Okay. So, if I, for example, if that company next year earns a profit of 200, what will be the share of Sindhu? 20 rupees she will get. Okay, this company value have increased to rupees 200. Obviously, Sindhu should get how much? 20 rupees. The 20 rupees will not be counted in national income, but 200 as a whole will be counted in national income. Are you understanding? If I calculate 200 firstly, 20 rupees separately, then it will be 220. Utna aaya hi nahi mere ko. Are you getting the point? The value of my company is 200 only. Why will I account it as 220? Unnecessary taxation. Double counting. Clear all of you? If she is a shareholder of my company, she is not treated separate. She is a part of company. Are you understanding the point? So the second statement, correct or wrong? Wrong. So D will be the correct response for the question. Is this clear to all of you or not? Okay, write down. Items included. Items included in income method law. Items included and not included. We'll write that. Items included. Write down. Commission charged by the broker. First one, write down. Commission charged by the broker. Commission charged by the broker for sale of second-hand goods. Are you getting this point clear? Commission charged by the broker for the sale of second-hand goods. For sale of second-hand goods. Write down. Second, items included. Write down the second point. Value of self-consumption. Value of self-consumption. What do you mean self-consumption? I make a burger, I eat. I am not selling. Then that value is also to be added in national income. Value of self-consumption. Write down. Next, not included. Which is not included? Write down next. Not included. They are included. 2 points are included. Not included, we'll write few points. Okay. Not included. Not included. First one, write down. Windfall gains. Windfall gains. Windfall gains. Some books write it like windfall gains also. Windfall or windfall gains. Lottery, gambling. You earn, no? No, you don't play gambling. So. Okay. After your selection, you can play any game you wish, but not now. Okay. So, any earnings made through gambling, lottery and others, that will not be counted in national income. Clear all of you? Next item. Second-hand goods. Second-hand goods. Second-hand goods. Second-hand goods. Second-hand goods. Income from shares and bonds. Getting the point now? Income from shares and bonds. Shares and bonds. Shares and bonds. Okay. We don't have this right now actually. Death duty. Death duty. Death duty. death duty. If a person is maraniste chanipote, we used to collect, not in India but some other countries, death duty, because after the death he will be getting some insurances. On insurance they will be collecting death duty. Government should gain from the death also. Okay, because when he was alive he used to pay income tax. After he died, who will pay income tax to the government? That's why they will collect death duty. Okay, not in India. Clear all of you? Income method. After we discuss the income method, we will have expenditure method. After that, we will be going through the product method or value added method. So before we discuss these two methods, can we take a break?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we'll take a break and come back. Okay. Of three methods, income, expenditure and product method, the output will differ. The output of three methods of calculate national income will differ. Is that statement correct or wrong? Yesterday, I think Sunday, in UPSC they have asked this question. Will that statement be correct or wrong?
Correct.
It is a wrong statement.
Wrong.
It will be same.
Same.
I said an example, baker's example. Same example will work for India as well. Is this clear? Okay, come back. So, income method. What is income method? How we will derive income method? Wages plus profit plus interest plus rent. Very good. Okay. So next we will have to take up the expenditure method. Expenditure method. Okay. What happens in expenditure method is we will be deriving a formula y is equal to c plus I plus g plus x minus m. Have you understood? Nahi? Ha. Very good. Y means again output. Just now we discussed no? Output similar to that. C means consumption. I means investment. G means government. X minus M means export minus import. Okay. That is where we will come up with the expenditure method formula. Y is equal to C plus I plus G plus X minus M. Listen to me. First of all, what do you mean by consumption here? consumption as a factor, if you observe or else if you understand consumption as a factor, here what happens is within consumption it is what we call it as the individual consumption. ఏమంటుందండి వ్యక్తిగతంగా మనం ఏమైతే కన్జ్యూమ్ చేస్తామో దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఇండివిజువల్ కన్సంప్షన్. ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ మేడ్, అగైన్ ఐ సెడ్ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ కెన్ బి మేడ్ బై capital investment, consumption investment. But which is good for the economy always? Capital investment will be considered to be the best investment. Kani majority of the part will be going for consumption investment. Okay. Investment will basically come to India in two different sources. One is called domestic investment and the other is called foreign investment. Okay. Domestic investment is where an Indian is investing in India. Okay. Foreign investment means where the foreigners are investing in India. It comes in three different routes. One is called FDI, foreign direct investment, FPI, foreign portfolio investment, FII, foreign institutional investment. Okay. FPI and FII are the main investments made in India's share markets, stock market. But FDI is the investment made aiming at the development of the country. For the purpose of development, the investment made is called FDI. But FPI and FII are the investments made in India's shares or India's stock market. We'll discuss that very detailedly little later. Next, government. What will the government do? Government will collect taxes. Government will give subsidies. Clear all of you? The role of government here in expenses. Okay. Next, export minus import, which we call it as the net trade of the country. What do we call net trade of the country is what we call it as the export minus import. Clear all of you? So, according to the formula, apart from this, there is no other expenses made. Like I said, no, just now. Apart from this, there is no other income made. Similar to that, apart from this, for consumption, we will do kharchu. For investment, for reinvestment, we will do some expenses. For government, we pay taxes. That is also a form of expenses. For export minus import, net trade, we will have duties, custom duties on import of goods. We will pay custom duty on export of goods also. Clear all of you? We will receive custom duty. We will pay custom duties. That is also a part of expenses. Is this clear to all of you? So formula is very very important. In your UPSC examination, they are directly giving you in the form of fill in the blanks. Okay, they will remove this and they will keep a dash, option A, B, C, D. It indicates somewhere in the options you will find investment. That will be the correct answer. Okay, right on. Expenditure method. Expenditure ante endi kharchu. Expenditure method. Y is equal to C plus I plus G plus X minus M. C plus I plus G plus X minus M. C plus I plus G plus X minus. Abbreviation लिख दो सबका. C means what? Y means what? First of all, output. C means what? Consumption. I means what? Investment. Like that. Okay? Right on. This method is also called total outlay method. Expenditure method ki inkoka పేరు అంటే ఏం చెప్తారు? Total outlay method. This method is also known as total outlay method. Total outlay method. It is the best indicator. It is the best out of 3 methods. Okay na? It is considered to be the best indicator. It is the best indicator for calculation of national income. It is the best indicator for calculation of national income. It is the best indicator for calculation of national income. What government believes is, whatever the money is earned by a person, it is either spent or it is either saved. That's it, no? You become a officer very soon. After your selection, you will be paid on monthly basis, daily basis, weekly. How you are being paid? Very good. On monthly, not daily wages. You are not daily wager, no? A district collector or a SP, he'll go wear a uniform, go to the work, and at the end of the day he will say, give me by today's batta. No, that is not the scenario. You will be paid on monthly basis. Once you are receiving something on monthly basis, what you will do? You will either spend or you will save. क्या करेंगे आप? You will do both, no? From your monthly salary. What is the salary of IAS officer right now?
55 plus
allowance. During the probationary period, you will be getting somewhere around close to 60,000. And your salary, and how much assistant commandants are getting? Assistant commandants are getting 56, 55 change something they are receiving. And after the probationary period gets completed, I'll give you some fact actually. The salary received by assistant commandant is higher than district collector. Clear all of you? Yes, their salary is high. But one power to hai, wo to hai. One thing is, what I am saying, out of your salary either you spend or you will save. But IAS officers will completely do saving only. They don't have to spend anything from their salary. Everything will be spent on its own. Okay. For all facilities will be given by the government only. Apart from that, your salary seems to be very, very negligible to you. Take a note of it also. After you get selected, after you get posted somewhere, your salary will be negligible. Okay, meaning your earnings will be so high that you don't even think of your salary. But that is not the purpose you are made of. Okay, because again you will study in ethics classes. Corruption, zero corruption, e-governance, no corruption. Right now there is no scope actually. But yes, there are loopholes everywhere. There are there are backdoors everywhere possible. So that is definitely where you will be coming across with all that luxuries. But I don't think you are preparing for this examination assuming those luxuries. Are you willing to do that so? Absolutely not. Okay, you will say no till Masuri. Okay, after you complete your training and receive the award from President of India and step out, then your real character comes out. क्यों इन्वेस्ट किया 2 साल 3 साल इस एग्जामिनेशन के लिए क्यों दिया? बस इसी के लिए दिया करके लगेगा आपको. You will feel like that. Okay, but you should be a genuine officer. Clear? But being genuine also is not good always. Clear all of you? There is recently in Haryana, I guess, Ashok, he was a very genuine officer with zero corruption, and he was placed as the director of archaeology department, protection of monuments director he is. There are no monuments in that department. He is called the director of the protection of monuments in the state of Haryana. He is receiving salary of around 3 lakhs per month. And for the protection expenses, the government is releasing a bill of 20,000 per month. उसको क्लीन करने के लिए जो मिलता है ना, पुराना चीज़ें जो भी हैं उसको क्लीन करने के लिए वगैरह, they are releasing 20,000 per month. And director is getting 3 lakh per month. So he said, this is not what I studied. This is not what for I have prepared for the prestigious examination. And he resigned also, I guess, the Haryana cadre officer. So there are two different kinds of people. Either you can become a genuine officer or you can become a non-genuine officer also. But before that, you should first of all become an officer. Okay, उसके लिए आपको economy पढ़ना पड़ेगा. Okay, economy is a tough subject for you. But when you think of those luxuries after you receive, this seems very easy to you. Is that clear to everyone? हाँ. क्या बोला last?
This is the best indicator.
हाँ, right on. According to this method, the earnings of the individual are either spent or saved. You remember, no? Circular flow diagram. Household will either spend, again go back to firm, or save, go to bank. But here, savings we haven't written, no? You should get that question now. Why did not we write savings in the formula then? It should be something like C plus I plus S plus G plus X minus 1. Why did not we write saving?
In the consumption and investment.
Remember, savings are always reinvested. Savings here is written in the form of I. I'm getting the point very clear. See, if for example you are earning 100 rupees and 30 rupees you are saving. 30 rupees you will save in bank. Bank will pay you interest. How the bank will pay you interest? Bank will again give it as a loan to some firm, some company, some individual, some entity, anything for that reason. And here on they will receive the interest which is higher, and here they will pay the interest which is lower. And this interest margin is called the profit of the bank. This is how the bank does work, no? What is the function of a bank? A bank is a financial institution which accepts the deposit and give away the loans. For the deposit they pay interest, for the loan they receive the interest. The interest received is higher than the interest paid. Yes or no? And this difference between the interest received and interest paid will be called the net interest, that is called the profit of the bank assets. We'll go to RBI, we'll understand that very clearly there. Okay. So the purpose of saving is reinvestment. That's the reason we have written in the form of investment. Investment is somebody saving. Can I say this? Today if I say investment, it is somebody saving. Okay, investment I've borrowed from bank. Clear all of you? I have borrowed from RBI, I have borrowed from Scheduled Commercial Bank, and I have done investment. The investment, the loan which I have received from the bank, it is somebody's saving as such. So likewise, the formula is being giving a clarity. Okay. So C plus I plus G plus X minus M. Next item. In this method, the following are included. First one item, households consumption expenditure. Households consumption expenditure. Second item, Businesses spending on capital goods. Businesses spending on capital goods. ఒక కంపెనీ capital goods కొనుగోలు చేస్తే, clear all of you, if they are buying a capital good, that will be shown as a part of national income. Yes or no? If company earn profit and out of profit they are buying some machinery, that will be shown in national income, no doubt at all. Next item. Next item. Foreign investment. Foreign investments. Foreign investments. That is the investment by. That is the investment by foreign countries. Foreign countries. Foreign countries. Foreign countries. For development of the country. For development of the country. For development of the country. And their purchases of Indian goods and services. Their purchases of Indian goods and services. Services. Clear all of you? Now just understand. Here I said foreign investment will be coming to India in three different sources: FDI, FPI and FII. What I said, FPI and FII are the investments made in India's stock markets. For example, Reliance. Reliance is rupees 100 valued company. Out of this 100, some foreigner have purchased a share of rupees 40. Now, will this 40 be added to the national income? No. Why? Because 100 is already valued, no? Then in national income it will be 140, double counting. Okay. But this 40 will be added to what? Income of Reliance. Not to the income of the country. Because they are selling. It is a buy and sell process going on. That will not be accounted in the idea of national income. Okay, now next item. But if foreigner comes, for example, we have produced fine quality of tomatoes, fine quality of onion, fine quantity of potatoes, suppose, and foreigners are coming to buy those Indian goods, then will that be added in national income? Absolutely yes. If they are coming to take certain services from India, yes, it will be counted in our national income. Is this point coming so clear to everyone or not?
Yes.
Next item. Next item. Inclusions lone inkoka point item. Government's purchases of goods and services. Government's purchases of goods and services. Government purchases of goods and services. Okay. Next item, exclusion. 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 Exclusion matlab which is not included. Exclusion. Write down first. First one, write down. Government's spending on. Government's spending on. Government's spending on. Government spending on pensions. Pensions. Scholarships. 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 Scholarship. Unemployment allowances. Unemployment allowances, etc. Unemployment allowances, etc. Okay, now వీటిని మనం నేషనల్ ఇన్కమ్ లో చూపిలేం. Clear all of you? Because
already showed in the investment scholarship. Pension, scholarship, they have shown that
if the government is spending for pensions, they are called what? Transfer payments. I said no. Transfer payments. Why is transfer payments not included in our expenditure method of calculating GDP? Because they will be shown in, listen, here old age people, unemployed, anyone for that reason, they will receive pension, but again they will spend, no? Okay, they will spend in the form of consumption. That is the reason we are excluding that. Clear everyone? Next item.
If India invests in other foreign countries,
Huh?
that will be
If India is investing in,
foreign countries.
huh?
That is
Yes, absolutely yes. Absolutely will include that. The reason being, it is an expenditure only, no? If for example we are building a port in Sri Lanka, she is asking if we are investing in foreign country, will that be counted in national income? Absolutely yes, we do that. Next item. India's India's expenditure on semi-finished goods. Semi-finished goods. That is also not included in GDP. Next item. Second-hand goods. That is also not included. Okay. Right on. Purchase of shares and bonds. Purchase of shares and bonds. That is also not added in national income, GDP. Next item. Imputed expenditure. Imputed. Imputed expenditure. This was asked in your CAPF exam. Imputed expenditure. Imputed expenditure is nothing but opportunity cost. Last year you can see this question. Listen. Opportunity cost is something. To get something, you will lose something. To get one opportunity, you lose something. For example, if suppose Bharatwaj is there. Okay. Bharatwaj have completed his graduation. Okay. Bharatwaj have completed his graduation, and assume that he have got a campus placement also. Say for example, he have been offered like 6 lakh, 7 lakh per annum for his campus placement. Okay. And he at the time chose to continue his career in civil services. Okay. So he is giving certain time in his lifetime for this civil services preparation. Say for example 1 year, 1.5 years, like that. So if he would have worked in the company which he got placed, he would have got some 6 lakh plus 3 lakh, 1.5 year, 9 lakhs he has lost. That is called opportunity cost, or we call it as imputed expenditure. Something which we lost because we want to achieve something, that will not be counted in our national income. Clear all of you? Are you getting the point very clear? Okay, write down. Imputed expenditure or opportunity cost. Write down. It is a cost where to get something, some offer అంటే ఇది monetary matters now. Some offer in monetary terms is not to be given importance. అర్థమైందా? 6 లక్షలు 10 లక్షలకి ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఇవ్వద్దు. is not to be given importance. Is not to be given importance. To get something, you are losing something. That is called opportunity cost. Okay. Next, keep the subheading production method. Production method. Please. Grants by to the states. Yes. Yes. దాన్ని ఎక్స్పెండిచర్లో చూపిస్తాం కానీ ఫార్ ద స్టేట్ ఇట్ విల్ బి రిసిప్ట్. అర్థమైందా? ఇట్ విల్ బి అ ఇన్కమ్ టు ద స్టేట్. అగైన్ రిమెంబర్ జాగ్రత్త వినాలి. పేరేం పేరు? రాజేశ్వరి. ఇన్కమ్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా ఈజ్ ఇన్కమ్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ద స్టేట్స్. Income of India is income of all individuals. India does not have any geographical area. India includes the area of all the states. Okay, so again you are resulting into double counting there. For example, center have given certain grant to the state. Again it is from national income only, no? అర్థమైందా? ఏం చెప్పినా? Expenditure method, right? It is also called production method. Production method. Okay. It is also called value added method. Value added method. Okay. See here, GVA meaning gross value added. Okay, జాగ్రత్త వినండి. For example, if I take a farmer, suppose, okay, the farmer is producing wheat. Okay, that wheat is going and becoming flour. Flour is becoming cake. Okay, farmer will be selling the cake for a flour. For example, farmer will be selling the wheat at rupees 10, assume. This wheat will be purchased by miller. He will make a flour and he will sell the flour at rupees 40 per kg. This flour is bought by baker and he will make a cake and he will sell the cake at rupees 300 per kg. Okay, జాగ్రత్త. Farmer, miller, baker. If these three are the activities involved in the economy, from first level to second level to third level, we will be looking at only that part where the value is being added. We will be considering only that part where the value is being added. Okay, see, from wheat to flour, how much value is added? 30 rupees. Okay. From flour to cake, how much value is added? 260. So the output would be 290. Clear all of you? So if we calculate all the methods, for example, otherwise what we used to get? We used to get 10 plus 40 plus 350 rupees. That is not the final output, but the final output we will consider only the value added at all the levels. And what we are eliminating here? We are trying to eliminate what? Intermediate costs. What we are trying to eliminate here? The cost of intermediates. Not purely possible, but to some extent it is possible as such. Whatever we discuss here in an economy, it is on the perspective of assumption only. Clear all of you? Anything we discuss, it is just an assumption. We say India is a $2.5 trillion economy. We are dreaming of becoming $5 trillion economy very soon. What does that indicate? Practically nothing is happening. Practically poverty is increasing, hunger is increasing. Global hunger index, we are ranked 107 out of 121 countries. We have defeated only 12 to 13 countries in GHI. Pakistan defeated us. Though next year wo chale jayega piche. Next year they are facing huge hunger right now, no? Have you heard of Pakistan?
Yes.
What is ongoing in Pakistan? Food scarcity, financial emergency. Yes or no? You should be aware of these points because it is something which is burning topic. Clear all of you? That is really very important topic both in IR perspective and also in economy perspective. You see news, no? News chadutara, chadutalera. Current affairs, what is the burning topic? This is a burning topic right now in international perspective and economy perspective. Not that Naresh Pavitra. Naresh Pavitra ki 10 కోట్ల రూపాయలు ఇవ్వాలంటే అది అడుగుతారు ఎగ్జామ్లా? It is not asked. Okay, ఏం చెప్పినా? Production method. Right, and it is also called value added method. In this method, we will calculate the production cost only of the value added. అర్థమైందా? Only of the value added at each level. 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 But not the total final value. The total final value. But not the total final value. Okay, this is the best method actually. Yes or no? NSO has shifted from expenditure. Expenditure मतलब क्या करते थे हम? पूरा 350 we used to take. But that is not at all a reality. Reality is this. Okay, so write down. Since 2015, MOSPI, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Gurtunda? MOSPI, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation have used GVA. Have used GVA, which works like the following example. ये example लिख दो. Which works like the following example. Okay, इधर आस्को. Farmer, miller, baker. GST also works on the same principle. Tax cascading తీసేస్తాం మనం చెప్తా తర్వాత. అయిపోయిందా? Clear to everyone? Right on. Inclusions, exclusions. Value added method. अच्छा उससे पहले we'll write this also. GVA formula will write. GVA is equal to GDP plus taxes minus subsidies. Simple. GDP plus taxes minus subsidies. GVA is equal to GDP plus taxes minus subsidies. Three formulas, okay, are very very important for us. Income method, expenditure method and value added method. Though if value added method is not, production method is not widely asked in your examination, but formula of GVA is asked. GVA is what? GDP plus taxes minus subsidies. Simple. Okay. Then I done inclusions. Right on. Goods and services sold. Goods and services sold. Then write down goods and services supplied at free of cost. Supplied at free of cost for government schools and everything. Free lunch, free items and everything will give. That is also a part of, calculated as a part of national income. Next item, creation of fixed capital. Creation of fixed capital. Then again, imputed, this is known as no fixed capital, meaning machinery, tractor and all those are called fixed capitals. Okay. Inclusion now. Imputed rent or imputed interest, imputed rent and imputed interest. Imputed rent and imputed interest. Clear? What do you mean by this? Listen. Imputed rent, suppose, see, for example, suppose that there is a property. Okay. It is a 2-floor building. Assume there is a property which is 2-floor building. And there is an individual who wanted to stay in this building, who is the owner of that building. He is only the owner and he wanted to stay in the whole of 2-floor building. Listen, Jarataka. If he wants to stay in that building, suppose the value per month rents he was getting like 20,000, let's suppose. But since he is only staying, he is not paying this 20,000. But otherwise, if he would have stayed somewhere, he would have paid 20,000. Okay. So this 20,000 rupees will be called what? Imputed rent. Okay. Okavela, that property, if it is being given on lease, if it is being given on rent, not given, but imagination only. Okay. That will be counted as a part of national income. Why? Listen, again, imputed rent, rate of interest also. For example, if the same person is having in his bank account some 10 lakh, okay, he is not doing any deposit, he is not lending to anyone, he is not going to the bank to deposit all those activities. He is keeping the 10 lakh with him only. If he would have given 10 lakh to the bank, then bank would have paid some 10% rate of interest, assume. 10% rate of interest, matlab he will be getting some 1 lakh per annum. On this 10 lakh, if he deposit in the bank, he will be getting 1 lakh rupees per annum. Okay now. So this 1 lakh rupees, though he is not getting, but will be called as imputed interest. What could have been the possibility is what we use the term imputed. If he did not stay in the house, if he rented to somebody, what cost he will receive is called imputed cost. Is this clear to all of you? But that technical thing you should understand here, imputed rent or imputed interest is seen added as a part of national income. We'll calculate that also. Clear everyone? You might have heard about some software employees who work for a company who will receive HRA, house rent allowances. Okay. That is a very basic thing. Why people work? House, clothing, shelter. That's it. You might have heard, no? Software companies will be paying HRA. Software companies or any other government companies also. Right now they are giving some passes to buy clothes. That is a part of our. They are giving certain passes to buy the essential commodities also. Like I heard something like Sodexo, something like that. They are giving that also. So all these are actually done by the company to ensure the minimum needs to the employees: food, clothing and shelter. Though they are having a own house, still they will get the HRA. Yes or no? Though they stay in the hut, still they will get HRA. చెట్ల మీద కూర్చున్న HRA వస్తుంది. The government is also accounting that very clearly. Imputed rent and imputed interest. That is a part of our national income. Never ever get confused with this word. అర్థమైనా అందరికీ? Let us note. Imputed rent or interest is the note. Imputed rent. We'll write imputed rent, then interest you will know apne aap, na? Imputed rent is the property used by the same person and rent is not paid to himself. Got the point? And rent is not paid to himself. And the rent is not paid to himself. తనకి తాను ఇచ్చుకోడు కదా రెంట్. The rent is not paid to himself. Clear all of you? Simple. This is called imputed rent or imputed interest. Okay. Then I have exclusions. Exclusion. Smuggling and gambling. Smuggling and gambling. Will not calculate the production of smuggling, production of gambling and all those in our national income. Then I done non-economic activities. Non-economic goods. Non-economic goods that will not be counted as our production. Air, water. Got the point, no? Air and water. వరదలు బాగా పడి పోలవరం నిండిపోతే అది నేనే చేసిన జగన్ అంటాడా? అనలేడు. Clear all of you? If a dam is being filled naturally by rainwater or by any other activity, then nobody can claim it is because of me this happened. Clear all of you? If the forests in India are growing widely, forests are growing and we are receiving fresh environment because of heavy rains, forests are growing, trees are grown everywhere, and the air which we consume is becoming good. Can Narendra Modi claim it is because of me you are getting fresh air? Did he launch any program? Atal Fresh Air Yojana? Nothing like that. Okay. So non-economic. Okay. Then item second-hand goods. Second-hand goods. Second-hand goods. Second-hand goods. Okay. Intermediate goods. Intermediate goods ante? Very good. Semi-finished goods. Intermediate goods. Intermediate goods. Intermediate goods. Gifts and donations. Gifts, donations. Gifts and donations. They are also called transfer payments. Pensions, gifts, donations, all those. Which we are giving. We are not expecting anything in return. Okay. If you give a gift, can you expect anything in return? Yes. Okay. Gifts, donations and all those. Okay. Then item capital gains. Capital gains. Capital gains. Capital gains. Okay. That will not be shown as a part of production. That will be shown anywhere, but not a part of production. For example, you buy a house today. The value of the house will become doubled in 10 years, suppose. So that is called capital gain. Invested in a capital. Capital is nothing but an asset. And that capital gain will not be shown in the product because it was produced way back, not today. Ardhamaindi andariki? Are you getting the point very clear? There is a person called Mir Usman Ali Khan. He is the last Nizam of Hyderabad state, which was today Telangana, yesterday it was Hyderabad state. Mir Usman Ali Khan have donated 12,000 rupees for the construction of IISc Bangalore, Indian Institute of Science Bangalore. He donated somewhere around 30,000 rupees for construction of Banaras Hindu University. He completely invested for construction of Usmania University. Okay. When he have done all these activities, 30,000 was a lump sum at that moment. 50,000 was a lump sum money at that moment. But today, the lowest cadre person in Usmania University is getting a pay scale or getting a scholarship of around 30,000 rupees. If Mir Usman Ali Khan was alive today, what would be his capital gain? Some crores and crores of rupees. It is Usmania University is the second largest university in terms of area. Clear all of you? First largest in India will be somewhere in largest. I think first largest is Usmania, if I am not wrong. First or second. Okay, in private, Lovely Professional is there, which is the largest university in India. So, if my question is, if Mir Usman Ali Khan is alive today, what would be his capital gain? A lot. But during the construction of Usmania University, that was counted in national income. Today, why to double count? Capital gains will also not be accounted as such. Is this coming very clear to all of you? Okay. So, GDP will be calculated in India by how many methods? 3 methods. First one is income method, second one expenditure method, third one production method. Production method is also known as what? Value added method. Clear all of you? So there are certain basic things which every one of you should be aware of while reading the topic called national income. After discussing this, you will have per capita income. Okay, already you know very well. Just a formula, per capita income means national income by total population. But few other terms will be there which we will come up with in the coming times also, like personal income, personal disposable income, private income. UPSC is giving, not very much important for us, but UPSC is trying to confuse you in one or the other statement by giving a statement from private income, disposable income and all those. Okay, we'll discuss those aspects. After that we'll go to the very important title directly called inflation. Okay, we'll go to inflation. Inflation will connect with RBI, will connect with the fiscal policy, will connect with the monetary policy also. Very interesting discussion is about to come, but not today, but tomorrow. Tomorrow we have class. Environment and polity. Okay, we'll schedule more number of classes of geography and economy from this week onwards, and we will try to complete it as soon as possible. Okay, and one more thing, just go through the highlights of budget and economics. Highlights, it is available in PIB website. PIB lo undi, ఒక్కసారి చూడండి. Though you understand or not also, you just go through it, so that in the classes we will be coming up with all those discussions, and you will get a clear cut clarity in on the budget document, also on the economic survey document as well. Is that clear to everyone? Any queries? Any questions here? Just revise the notes. Economics class lo వినేంత సేపు it seems very easy. Okay, ఈరోజు నోట్స్ ఈరోజు ఇంటికి పోయి తీసుకుపోయి చదివితే it seems easy today. But if you open the same chapter, national income, after 10 days, you will start scolding me. Okay, so better don't do that. Revise today's notes today in order to make yourself comfortable. Okay, can I leave then? With your permissions. Thank you so much.
वो आज